Hey guys, Chris Dunn here, aka the Boogie Man. It is Hot Rod 101. I'm not gonna say that this is the right way to build a hot rod. This is my way of building a hot rod. Number one thing that I've always said when building a hot rod, wheels and tires first. Now, the reason I purchase my wheels and tires first, I build my car around the wheels and tires. If you have an unlimited budget, lots of builders actually build the car and then order the wheels to fit the car. The problem with that is when you go into custom ordered wheels, you better have $10,000 to buy wheels, because anywhere from 5 to 10 grand is what it's going to cost you for them wheels. But if you're a poor guy like me, I've always looked for deals like these badass salt flat torque thrusts that I bought from Summit. I didn't have to get them custom ordered, they had them. I got this 17 by 7 on the front, had the right back spacing. I got the 17 by 11 in the back, had the right back spacing. I got to order them. They was here in like 4 weeks. I always buy this stuff first, get my tires, and I start measuring around on the car, and I measure my tires, and I go from there. What we've started here on Mama Boogie, and we're just gonna cut to the chase. I have took everything out of the front end. The struts is gone, spindles is gone, the brakes is gone, everything is cleared out of the front. So we're getting ready to install our Mustang 2 front end. But before I install my Mustang 2 front end, I'm not a kind of go by the directions kind of guy. I kind of will modify their stuff to fit the way I want it to fit. So basically, before I install the kit, I'm gonna place the front tire in that fender well to give me the look that I want. Because it's just like I go back into our gasser episode. When you're rolling the tire around, get the look that you want. Once you get the look that you want, then you can start building from there. Because the worst thing you can do is put the car together and stick the tire on, and it just kills the car. The first thing that people recognize on a hot rod is the stance. I don't care who you are. I can go to a car show, I can go to Pigeon Forge to the mountain, and I can see a car that's 300 yards away, and the stance will get me that I'm gonna go look at that car. I have seen some of the most badass cars you ever seen that are sitting too high, don't have enough rake on them, the tires are not tucked, and they just kill the car. I mean, all the work, the craftsmanship that went into building the car, you'll see paint jobs that's just, $50,000 paint jobs, and then, engine bays that are flawless, but the stance just kills the car. You can take an ugly, rusty car and stance it right and turn heads. So don't always remember the stance of a hot rod is what catches everybody's eye the very first thing. Then they'll come look at all the details. But if it ain't stanced right and look cool, they're not gonna come look at it. What we've done is I've got this car on the lift here, of course, and I've got my little screw jacks, like I told y'all in an episode back, a while back. These things right here are the best thing since sliced bread, man. I've got them under here, I've got them over here. I've set this rake up where I want. Normally, I am a slam to the ground type of guy. Well, I don't want to put air ride or nothing on this car. This car's going to have coilovers on the front, coilovers on the back, a Pro Touring, big tire, cool looking 4-door. I've been moving the tires back and forth, and I've kind of got it where I wanted to, because I've been standing way back there, and I'll sit in a chair and study, and does that look right? Does this look right? Well, I've got that tire where I want it now. I have measured and put me a mark where the directions told me to put the crossmember kit. I've got to move the crossmember kit ahead by 1/2 of an inch to get that center line of the tire where I want it. That's the reason I do this first, and I've read my directions and measured out where they say to install the kit. It don't matter if I install the kit a 1/2 inch forward. It don't change the driving a car or nothing, the handle of another car. None of that's changed. But the look that I want, I can achieve that way. Now, it's just all a process. And if you'll think everything out before you do it, it makes for a better looking hot rod. Matt, the camera guy, he built hot rods for a long time for a renowned car builder in the upstate of South Carolina, Don Jacks. Don Jacks is one of the best painter hot rod builders. I mean, some of the cars he's done are just beautiful. And Matt's sitting here shaking his head yes to everything I'm saying, because he agrees with me. Stance is what makes the car. Get these tires and wheels where you want them. Build that stuff to fit to where you want it. Save you some money by buying tires and wheels and making things fit to it, instead of after fact, oh, I've got to call and order $5,000 to $10,000 in wheels to make me fit my car. This is just Pre-heads up to what's going on. Next episode next week, I'm going to have the Mustang 2 installed, and I'm going to have clips of how we're installing the Mustang 2 into this car. I'm going to have to build custom fender wells for this car. I didn't really want to do that, but this tire's a little wider than what I thought it was going to be, which I'm really digging the look. So I'm going to have to cut the whole fender wells out and build some one-off badass fender wells to go in the car, which don't hurt my feelings none, just give it that look. Because remember, we're going to leave this thing patina. It's going to have a brand new interior in it. We got a little small block 350 we're fixing to drop in it. Got a little cam, got a little hit. It'll run pretty good because I can't have nothing come out of the Boogie Cave if it don't run a little bit. Got a 5-speed going in it. It's going to be a badass car. We don't have our rear tires yet. They're due in 2 days from now. And I would love to have showed you how badass the rear tire is going to look. We'll do that next episode. The back's the same way. I could really do an episode on doing the back, but that's really a waste of time. The same process that we did here on the front, you can do on the back. Get your rear end out, get all that stuff cleaned out, measure in between your tubs up in here, number one, and make sure your wheel's gonna fit, or what you gonna have to do to make the wheel fit. I'm gonna cut these factory tubs out. I'm going to widen them by 3 inches. I'm going to take some of the frame out, or what actually, Unibody don't have a frame, but we're going to box in some of the frame railing, and then I'm going to make the tire fit. And then I'm going to put a badass 9-inch in the back of it with all Boogie Tech products. You're going to love it. We're going to take a set of our big ladder bars that we sell, and we're going to cut them into a smaller, more condensed version, and it's going to be badass. Switching gears again, going back to racing. Our new shirts are out. Boogie Man shirts, check them out. They are badass. You can get these shirts, and man, they've been thank you, number one, for everybody that's buying them. All this money off the shirts just goes to the race program. That's just where it all goes, believe it or not. So when you buy a shirt, all you're doing is helping us fund the Boogie Man. If you want one of these shirts, there's 3 places you can go to get them. Number one, the Boogie Man Gasser on Facebook. Boogie Tech Products on Facebook, or just Chris Dunn on Facebook. Message any one of them Facebook pages, and I'll get in touch with you, and we can get a shirt shipped out to you. We take PayPal, we take Cash App. In fact, we got some people that's sending in money orders. We don't really care. It all spends the same. We'll get your shirt mailed out to you as soon as possible. So remember, badass new shirts, you need to get you one. And we got more stuff coming. Be patient on the online store. We're working on that. It's just a little aggravating trying to get the right thing going. We neither one of us have liked the way it looks, and me and Matt's really put a lot of time in trying to make it more friendly, because I can't stand when I go to some of these online stores how stupid they are, or how aggravating and unfriendly they are. So we're really trying to make it friendly, so just bear with us. But if there's anything we sell that you're interested in, all you got to do is hit the message button. It comes to me or it comes to Matt. It don't matter. One of us gets it, and we'll get you took care of, okay? So on this next episode, we're going to check out, hopefully get the front end installed. We'll have a back tire to show you. First off, we got to thank our sponsors. We have got the coolest, most awesome sponsors we can have. Without them, I couldn't race the car or do the channel. TKM Custom Rods, man, if you need parts, these guys carry it. It's amazing to me. They are supplying all the parts, or let's say we're purchasing all the parts for this hot rod from them. They got it in stock. That's something that's, even some of the parts that's getting hard to come by, they got them. Willwood brakes, vintage air. I mean, you name it, these guys have got it, even down to the A&N fit. All the fittings for the Boogie Man, I don't even have to order them from Summit no more. They got them in stock. I just go get them. So look them up on Facebook, TKM Custom Rods. They do more than just parts, but they're a parts guy. They do some of the most badass paint jobs you've ever seen. We also want to thank Ultimate Show Glow. They've got this cleaner polish stuff, man, and I'm telling you that I polished the Boogie Man with that it's just badass. Here's a bottle of it. This stuff right here is so handy, because I don't have time to wash this car, because between working and us getting it thrown in the trailer and go to the track, we don't have time to really detail the car up. But with this stuff here, man, I can spray this on the car, take paper towels or take a non-lint cloth and wipe this car down, and we get to track, it looks like new money. Look them up on Facebook, go to their website, Ultimate Show Glow. Badass stuff. And we can't forget our boy Rabbit. Rabbit, Sponsoring us was a big deal. He's just badass. He's awesome to do it. You know, we're trying to help him sell some badass hot rods too. So we got to give a big holler to our boy, Rob Pitts, Rabbit's Used Cars, downtown Greenville. SRI. Listen, guys, you need performance parts. These guys are the jigs in the Summit, you know, around Charlotte. These guys are badass. They got so many parts, from Lucas Racing Oil to NGK spark plugs to the diesel performance stuff. I mean, these guys have got it all, from wick oil filters to you name it. I mean, they've got it, guys. They got MSD, they got Scotch wires, they've got so many components of performance. It ain't just got to be a race car, man. It can be a street car. So look them up. SRI Performance. They're in Charlotte, and they got a store in Indianapolis. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Next episode, hope to have the back tire on it, and I can show you what this car's really going to look like, but we're going to get this front end wrapped up. Chris Dunn, a.k.a. the Boogie Man. I shaved my shit off yesterday. I noticed. I was riding in the rain and shit blew in my face. When it blew in my face like that, I said, it's got to go. So, if you're a poor guy like me, which I just smacked the mic, didn't mean to. So, look them up, Facebook. Do they got a website? And I'll say, by the way, check these badass t-shirts out. And if you want one, go to Boogie Tech. All right, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about building badass hot rods and how the Boogie Man does it all backwards.
It's on you.
It's on me. Mom, I promise you I ain't going to say no curse words in this episode.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I bet she did get your ass last time.
I don't think she's watched it yet. Thank God.
Did I miss a bleep last time?
You missed a bleep. We said